Let's go on an adventure into music history. It's the Composer Chronicles from Dynamic Doodle.
Hi friends, my name is Camille Saint-Saëns and this is my story. I was born on October 9th, 1835 in Paris, France. When I was just a baby, my father passed away, so I was raised by my mother and great aunt. They quickly noticed that I was curious about everything. As I grew older, I loved learning about the world around me and spent my time exploring music, mathematics, science, literature, and even astronomy. Music became my greatest passion. Before I was 3 years old, I could already recognize notes by ear. By the time I was 5, I was giving small performances, and when I was 10 years old, I gave my first major public piano concert in Paris. At the end of that concert, I surprised the audience by offering to play any piano sonata by Mozart or Beethoven, completely from memory. People began calling me a child prodigy, but I did not rely on talent alone. I practiced diligently and worked hard to develop my skills. As I grew older, I attended the Paris Conservatory, where I studied piano, organ, composition, and music theory. I loved learning new things and was always eager to improve. Soon, people began to recognize me not only as a pianist, but also as an organist. In fact, the famous composer Franz Liszt once called me the greatest organist in the world. But performing was not enough for me. I loved creating music too. One of my most famous compositions is Danse Macabre. This exciting piece tells the story of skeletons who come alive at midnight to dance beneath the moonlight. I use unusual sounds and rhythms to create a spooky musical picture. Even though I was known for writing serious music, I also had a playful sense of humor. One day, I decided to write a musical joke called The Carnival of Animals. In this collection of short pieces, music brings different animals to life. You can hear lions, turtles, birds, kangaroos, and even elephants. One movement from this collection became especially famous. It's called the Swan. The cello plays a beautiful, graceful melody that many people still consider one of the most beautiful pieces ever written. I love traveling and exploring new places. Throughout my life, I visited many countries, especially in North Africa. Seeing different cultures and landscapes inspired my imagination and satisfied my endless curiosity about the world. My curiosity did not stop with music. I enjoyed studying astronomy and often attended scientific lectures. I read books about many subjects and believe that learning about the world helped me become a better musician. Over my lifetime, I composed more than 300 works, including symphonies, concertos, operas, chamber music, and piano pieces. One of my greatest achievements is Symphony No. 3, often called the Organ Symphony. This powerful work combines the sound of a full orchestra with a magnificent organ. I continued composing, performing, traveling, and learning well into my 80s. Even as I grew older, I never lost my desire to discover new ideas and explore the world around me. On December 16, 1921, while staying in Algiers, Algeria, I passed away at the age of 86. My body was later returned to Paris, where I was buried. Today, my music continues to be performed around the world, whether it's the playful animals of the Carnival of Animals, the elegance of the swan, the excitement of Danse Macabre, or the grandeur of the organ symphony. People still enjoy these works more than a century later. I was part of the Romantic era, a time when composers used music to express emotion, tell stories, and paint vivid pictures through sound. If there's one thing I hope you remember from my story, it is this: never stop being curious. People often remember me as a musical prodigy, but what truly shaped my life was my desire to keep learning. I asked questions, explored new subjects, traveled to new places, and continued studying the world around me for my entire life. Your greatest strength may not be a special talent. It might be your curiosity. When you stay eager to learn, work hard, and keep growing, amazing things can happen. Thanks for listening to my story. Happy music making.